The Paris Masters draw has finally been released, and Djokovic fans probably happy to see their man back on a court again. I know that I am. And now we're going to find out who he's up against, and we're going to have a look through the whole entire draw. This is going to be my reaction. Stick with me. Let's go through it. So we'll start off at the top of the draw where Novak Djokovic obviously has a bye through the first round. He is the 6-time Paris Masters champion. More than any other person has won it. The only person to have won it back-to-back as well. He did it 3 times in a row. That was a pretty incredible feat. Well, he could be potentially facing Kecmanovic or Etcheverry in the first match, but the most notable thing here is who he could be facing in the third round. Ben Shelton in Djokovic's section there. And I gotta say, that is the big narrative that is jumping off the screen to me straight away. Fantastic. I can't wait. I'm hoping we get that matchup because there's going to be a lot of people hanging up the phones. I'm sure a lot of celebration, copying going on if we get that matchup again. But that's the one that first jumps off the page to me. We got Fritz is in Djokovic's section here as well. And Holger Rune, that's last year's champion. That would be a potential quarter-final matchup for Novak Djokovic there. Holger Rune with a bye. May have to play Arnaldi or Wawrinka in the second round. Who else do we have going down? So on Djokovic's side, we also have Jannik Sinner and we also have Andre Rublev as well. So, I mean, Jannik Sinner's little section here doesn't look too bad. He's going to have to play either a qualifier or Mackenzie McDonald. And then we've got Dimonor, Andy Murray in that little section there. Andre Rublev, not a bad section either. Bye, and then a qualifier. Then potentially Tommy Paul or Manarino there. And then a potential quarterfinal matchup against Jannik Sinner, should he go all that way. And then a potential semi-final matchup with Novak Djokovic. Well, Novak Djokovic, it feels like forever since we last saw him play tennis. I can't wait to see him back on court, and I can't wait to see him play some of these big names. Let's go over to the other side and have a look at the others. And we got Alcaraz, who is going to be in this little bottom section here. I don't know, you can't really see it here. I'll try and drag it up for you. Oh, he's got a bye through the first round. He would be playing Cam Norrie or Alexander Muller in the second round. And then you've got potentially Kalen Khachanov in a third round. We've got Zverev in that section as well. And also Tsitsipas. We've got Humbert as well. Felix, who sort of playing a little bit better now. This section for Alcaraz, much, much worse than I'd say Jannik Sinner's section, for me, looking the best so far. And if we move up, we've got Daniel Medvedev's section here. He could be potentially facing Musetti or Dimitrov there. And Dimitrov, very difficult matchup. He just went to 3 sets with him just the other day. And we've got Jari Poprin, some big servers in this section. TFO Bublik, Hubie Hurkacz. We know how Medvedev doesn't like playing Hubie. And then we've got up here Lehechka Agut, Monfils, Sorondolo, and Casper Ruud at the top. But I'm sure Medvedev would be happy Casper Ruud's in this section. But Hubie Hurkacz, someone he would have much preferred to have avoided. Let's have a look at the routes to the final. I've popped them out on X or Twitter. This is the Djokovic one, so it'll be a bye through the first round. Kecmanovic or Etcheverry second round. Shelton or Fokina in the third round. Holger Rune or Fritz in the quarterfinal. Sinner, Rublev in a semi-final. And then one of these long lists in the potential final. Alcaraz, Medvedev, Zverev, Tsitsipas or Hurkacz. I mean, they're all worthy people. I mean, Tsitsipas playing a lot better in this tournament at the moment in Vienna. So I'm interested to see how does he get on when we come over to Paris, because I think he's turned the corner a little bit here. I know I've been giving him a little bit of stick over the last few weeks, but I'm impressed. He's been really digging in and grinding away. For me, looking at that, my initial reaction is, I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it could have been worse. I think the Shelton one is the main one there that I would have my eye on. Right now, I feel confident that Djokovic would probably take out. I think Echeverry's a little bit dangerous himself. He's actually playing right now against Holger Rune and is up 4-1 in the second set. He's down a set to love, but he's been ruffling a few feathers recently as well, Echeverry. Not just a clay quarter. Beat Korda, beat Murray. I don't know if you could beat Djokovic, though. Shelton's the big name there. And Holger Rune, obviously, if he manages to keep progressing in Basel, it looks like he's coming back to form as well a bit. Taylor Fritz, obviously, he's been suffering some terrible defeats recently from winning positions. The confidence probably taken a bit of a beating. Jannik Sinner, for me, is the big name which is standing out, which has a good draw and could be pretty fresh come the semi-finals. So Djokovic may want to watch out there. And then in the final, it's always going to be tough. It's going to be one of them. For me, at the moment, Medvedev looks the most menacing. But don't rule out maybe a Hurkacz. Zverev, not so sure. He's on court at the moment against Rublev. Down a set. Could go to 3, though. Right, let's just quickly have a look at Alcaraz's one. This is his potential. He's got potentially Muller, Norrie, Khachanov there in that third round potentially. I mean, I've only put Khachanov there, but you could potentially have... I wouldn't say Purcell, Gere or Van Ascher, so I'll stick with that. And then quarterfinal, I mean, take your pick. Zverev, Tsitsipas, Humbert, Felix. Semi-final, going to be tough, I reckon, between those two, Hubie and Medvedev. And then the final, yeah, if he gets all that way, I mean, it's going to be tough. Djokovic or Sinner, I think, are the two most likely there. Obviously, I put these out for Medvedev and Sinner as well. You can have a look down there. Think that Medvedev, he won't be too sad with that draw. I think he can get past Dimitrov again, get past TFO Bublik. Hurkacz is the real one, isn't it? I think everyone would agree. If Hurkacz is serving well, it's going to be tough. I mean, that one is a sort of a 50-50 match when those two play. And if he gets past Hurkacz, then I reckon he'll probably make the final, if I'm perfectly honest. And then Jannik Sinner. So you can have a look here. And I think up until the semi-final, it looks pretty... I'd say, I wouldn't say easy, but Rublev probably the toughest person he'd have to face. And I think that he can beat him. That's my personal opinion. But Sinner has a real chance in this one. Let me know in the comments section as well, who is the person you think's got the best draw and the best chance of progressing to the semis, the final, who will be freshest, and which are the matches that you're most looking forward to on paper out of this big whole draw. I mean, we've got some really, really great matchups there. And I'm really hoping for the Djokovic-Shelton one, I have to say. And I'm really hoping for Sinner-Rublev as well. If those two can meet, that will be very entertaining. And down this other side, I mean, there's part of me that would really like to see Ugo Humbert make a run. I mean, he's playing very, very well at the moment. And he just knocked out Stricker in Basel. So that means that Ugo Humbert, he will now be playing Hubie Hurkacz in the semi-finals. So some really good informed players on this side of the draw. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. But that's my reaction to the draw. I'm excited. I can't wait for it to get going. Make sure that you join us for the Paris Masters. We will be covering some matches on the channel. And make sure, if you haven't done so yet, check out our latest countdown episode. It's Alcaraz statistics at 20 years old versus Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal. I mean, go on there, check that one out, and leave us a comment. Let me know what you thought of it. But if you haven't already, smash a like, subscribe, and we'll see you very, very soon.